dough, fresh out the oven, ready to run. What's hot this week at Jeff's Bagel Run? Jeff and Aaron bring the fun. It's the weekly run, let's get it. The weekly run from Jeff's Bagel
I would say like the
Run.
four of us, including Katrina, we're tough, you know,
Oh, yes.
in a good way. But I think that is what drives this company forward because
We're worst critics.
we are our own. Like,
Well, and I would say I think it's the difference between it's the chase. Since the startup building is a lot like, I'm going to do a sports analogy. I always kind of compare it, there's activities that are like soccer and there's activities that are like basketball. Basketball scoring is frequent. They're going to score back and it's back and forth. And so really at the high level, the game matters, not the scoring. Each play doesn't matter. The sum total for the game matters. In soccer, you only get a couple goals. Every goal, if you get one, it's huge. You take a minute, you sit in it, and then you go chase it, 40 more minutes to try and get another one. And so I feel like startup building is more like soccer
Yes.
or hockey or something like that, where it's like
you work
lots-
so hard.
so much grinding
Yes.
for one win, and it's a brief, ridiculous celebration.
60
And then-
seconds of celebrating and then back to work.
and
That
then
is,
back to work
yeah.
for another long grind. And I think that people that are geared that way, people that love that hunt, that don't need the constant sort of mini affirmations, are the people that are drawn to these kind of businesses.
Yeah.
These kind of opportunities. I feel like that's what we do as a group. Is it's a quick high five when we do something ridiculous, and that's like, yeah, but what about the printers?
how do we make it better? But like, how do we make
You're back on me about printers.
Yeah. And I think that's amazing. Like we get to iterate, we're nimble, we make really, we have really high standards for what we're building. And I think that's why we're scaling so fast. I think that's a huge competitive advantage. Like we're not going to settle for it works. How do we make it work better for the franchisee, for the team member, for each other, and that constant desire to innovate, not for the sake of innovating, but for what's going to make this business better for the customers. And our customers are not just the people that eat the bagels. Our customers are our franchisees. It's our team.
100%.
And having that mentality, I think, drives all of us to continue to be the best at whatever we're doing.
When you say that, like you're going to be the best at what you do, Aaron's going to be the best at what he does. We all want to be the best, but we want to be better. And that better component is when we have an improvement in the team. Because each one of us trying to better the process or better the thing gives us that team environment. So to Aaron's point, it's ingrained in what we do.
Yeah. And I think, Aaron, you have the talent in your team is insane. I love your team for many, many reasons, but mostly because we all like the same books and we're kind of living in this.
You did get some incredible street
Yes.
credit with my team by
Yeah.
swinging in with those books.
With the book references.
With your book list. Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't even come in with book references and I got a hug. So
Oh, you got the
Listen.
best hug.
Yeah.
Let's wait. Let's memorialize the hug.
reflect on the hug. Yes.
But
I think that's when I realized like we kind of do have a rah-rah culture.
yeah, we do.
And we celebrate stuff and we're happy about it. And like when that was an incredible hug.
Yeah.
Just leave it there.
I think that you have a really incredible team and you have one of the biggest teams. I think I look forward to having a bigger team that can move things faster. I handle training and supply chain and operations and kind of probably boring stuff, but I can't wait just to grow my team. And you're only as talented as the people that you work with. If we elevate that, we're only going to get better.
I always say the journey is the destination.
Absolutely.
And there's going to be a day when when it's done, it's done.
Yeah.
One day it'll be huge and everything will be done and all the problems will be solved. Everything will be perfect. But like, who wants that?
Yeah. I'm not looking towards anything other than what's in front of me right now. That's how I have to live my life because I'm not someone who which I used to not be. I used to be very much focused on what's next, what's my future, what's my next thing. And
Time to cheers. I don't think you could do that
you can't.
because that's a pointless exercise.
I don't want to be there. I don't actually enjoy living in the space of having anxiety about stuff that I have no control over. And so now I just get to I'm enjoying the ride so much more now than I ever have. It's big progress.
On that note, another question. This is to both of you guys. What was your biggest concern? Right? Because you guys took a pretty tectonic shift of going from, we've got our shop, we've spent, a couple of years perfecting it. And you're in a place where like, all right, we've solved a lot of problems. A lot of the risk is gone. And we understand everything. We're growing. We opened up College Park. It's very, very measured. And then opportunity just comes slamming in sideways, and you're just sort of, you're just sideswiped by this opportunity. Like, what? Obviously, I've heard another. This again, I'm not interested in the comic question. I've heard why that was great. What were you
Oh,
worried about? What
uh,
was your biggest concern?
do I want to say this on the podcast? The truest answer is I thought that no one would take me seriously. I thought that when this is real vulnerable, maybe it's imposter syndrome, but I was the only female on the team for a long time. And I had really big concerns about that. I didn't like that. I thought that it was a bit of, coming from tech, it was a bit of a bro culture. I
Yeah.
thought it would be. This is also unhealthy to have all these but my biggest concern
What
was
was your
that,
experience before? Like, you had no basis.
yeah, I didn't know. So it's a bunch of guys who built this tech business and all seemed very young to me. I called them the Millennial Bro Squad, which none of them were millennials. They're all my age. But in my mind, they seemed much younger. And they all know I've said that. It's not private information. But I truly thought, like, where am I going to fit in? I don't think I'm going to add any value to Jeff's Bagel Run, which is
How's that? Is that played out?
no, that absolutely not.
Jeez.
I think I had to make the choice to say, like, what's my role going to look like? And over time, getting to know Justin, and we went in this without really knowing him in terms of his leadership style. It was a huge leap of faith. We liked him. We loved his values. We felt they really aligned with ours. He had a lot of experience we didn't have. I didn't know where I'd fit in. And I struggled in the beginning. Like, I don't know, like, what is my legacy going to be in this business in a year? I think of some point, something in my brain said, like, just lean in and just start doing stuff. Stop waiting for someone to ask you to do something. Just take over and do the things. And that once I gave myself the permission to just be me and be authentically me and use the skills that I have.
Let Mother Bagel approach.
Let her out.
See, this is all weaving
It
together at the
is.
same time.
I like this, Aaron. I see where you're headed. I think it helped, me understand that. And, Jeff gets a lot of credit all the time. Like, it's a chip on my, like, it was a chip on my shoulder. Like, oh, I don't know. Like, what am I going to bring to the table? Which is silly now. But that was probably the hardest part.
And see, I appreciate the the answer, honestly, because I think that's when you do something like this, it's so easy to reflect on the success. And we took a shot, and we didn't, some of the.
Everyone's like, overnight success. And I was like, no. You know how many times I cried?
And even when it's success versus not success doesn't have to be the part that you think. It doesn't have to be, did the stores succeed, or did they grow, or did we open? Like, the success can just be how you're seeing it. Like, how is this working for me?
Correct.
How am I integrating? How am I fitting in? How are we growing? And I appreciate what you said about sort of the permission, because in my experience with startups, I think that's a big thing that people that are new to it miss, is that if you're used to the structured corporate environment, there's always a layer.
Yeah, there's always someone to tell you what to do.
Correct. And there's always a process or a policy or something. There's always a playbook, as you said. But with startups, especially when you're the one building the startup, it's you. It's you. You're normally the person holding you back.
Correct.
Until you sort of make that breakthrough. Some don't.
Some don't.
And it's such a perception thing, because as I said earlier, like, I walked in here, I saw Mother Bagel in me.
Yeah, it took me a long time.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I think I'm a different person. I think I'm absolutely have transformed in, the last 5 years, just in how I think about things, how I, manage stress. And it's hard. It's hard. I think, I wear a lot of hats in my life, right? It isn't just like, all right, Jeff and we founded this company, and I manage a store, and I manage people, and I'm a mom. Like, there's sometimes you're just wearing so many hats that, I think I just didn't always believe that. I didn't know what hat I would wear at Jeff's Bagel Run. It certainly isn't the hat I'm wearing today. And I'm really proud of the hat that I wear. I'm proud that I've pushed myself out of my comfort zone and just said, I'm not going to wait for someone to tell me. I mean, now I do not wait for anyone to give me permission.
There's no one.
It's me. It's it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I was waiting for, but I think I just had to be ready.
Yeah.
No one can push you faster than kind of your set of circumstances. But now I'm just like, let's go get shit done. Right? Like, and so that again, with the same goal in mind, like, let's create the best experience for everyone, involved. But I have come a really long way.
What about you, Jeff? What was the biggest? Did you even have it? I'm looking
No.
at you. I'm like, did you even have a concern, or is it just let's go? Is
This
it
man,
just
this
like
man does not
I have-
worry.
I have a superpower. My superpower is that I don't feel or process stress the same way that maybe is stereotypically processed. So I don't know. I've never had like my cortisol levels measured. But
are
like,
you in this like Alex Honnold like zone of not?
No way. I'm not hanging upside down from Taipei Tower. We've discussed this. That would terrify me. I'd like my hands would be so sweaty, like 10 feet off the ground that I would.
But in
But-
business, yes, you'll hang
but
off with your. You'll hang
And I
off
think
with-
it's
He's like, we'll figure it out.
I
Like,
don't even think-
everything in our life is, we'll figure it out. And I was like, I'll figure it out. But that works. But it is, yeah, I don't know. You just don't get anxious.
yeah. I don't
What's
get
that
anxious.
like?
I don't have anxiety. I think, but if I think about like what was my biggest concern, probably came after we started actually building and growing, and to some degree, it was a little bit of like Danielle's same like imposter syndrome, in this extent that like, what was my role going to evolve to, and was I really ready or willing to be that person for the brand? Because when it was our two shops, and I was like, oh, that's Jeff from the Bagel Run. It was cute. It was fun. But now I'm like,
It's almost sort of like neighborhoodly. It was.
yes, they were my neighbors.
Micro local celebrity is what I used to
actual-
call him.
They were actual neighbors.
That might be a term. It should be a term.
Micro local.
Now I think about how I show up in a place and, someone who's on the bagel side of TikTok is like, oh my gosh, that's Jeff. And they don't want to talk to me. They're afraid to come up to me. And I'm like, I am so not the person you think I might be. It's like,
Get ready to have expectations adjusted.
let's just chat. Yeah.
I had a franchisee yesterday say, I haven't seen Jeff's face on my feed. What's going on? Like, for some reason, Good Morning from the Bagel Run just wasn't showing up, and he was upset. And like the fact that every single person how many followers we have, a ridiculous amount,
Yeah.
gets to see my husband's face every day is like a little weird. Like, it's weird. But it took you a minute to get there.
Yeah, that was hard. I mean, it was.
That was hard. You almost had your own version of what I had. We just didn't know what our roles would play out to be.
Which is wild to me
It is wild.
when you stop and really dissect that.
Like-
That was your thinking in building your own business.
But you don't know when you're, joining, like when a partnership becomes a triangle, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You don't really know where you're going to fit.
Yeah.
And what I learned is like Justin, Jeff, and I are a three-legged stool. Without all three of us, something falls over. But I didn't know what that would look like.
And I
And I
think-
didn't know what I would be doing. And I think you felt that sometimes
For
you felt that way where you're
100%.
like, what am I doing? Because I started stepping into doing different things and maybe you weren't as strategic or you were doing more brand stuff. And it's pretty cool the way it evolved to be exactly what we're good at. And I think that just took time. It just took time to figure out. And it's going to evolve again. It will 100%
100%.
change. But I do believe, we make predictions on this podcast.
We do.
Right? One time when I grew up, I went to Albertsons. So we're going to age myself because I don't even think there's Albertsons left. And I saw Dave Thomas.
It's 2 acquisitions ago.
Yeah. I think I was in high school. And I saw Dave Thomas, who lived in my hometown, walk out of Albertsons. And I fangirled really hard. And now sometimes I look and I say, oh, my husband's like Dave
Oh,
Thomas.
you're married to Dave.
I am married. Someone is going to have
Right,
like an
this is-
actual heart attack when you're leaving Publix.
I'm gonna walk out of a grocery store.
And someone's going to
Milk.
like a little 10-year-old's going to look and be like, oh my God, that person's famous. Like, I don't know.
That's going to be
that's
strange
weird.
for your kids.
I know.
Because if Katrina and team have any say in the next several years, your face is just going to continue to be plastered everywhere, which is part of the brand. I mean, hey, you named it Jeff's. You could have named it anything.
I walked into the office.
Could have been the Cody Bagel Shop, but you said Jeff's.
I walked into the office, must have been like, it was October, and all I see are like emojis of my face.
Yeah.
everywhere.
It's a quality
And they're like,
sticker.
it's
I
going to
have
be a sticker.
it. I have
Like,
it.
Your
this is
face is on a sticker.
face is on a sticker.
A good sticker too.
It
It's
was-
a good
It's
sticker.
a well-made
It was a
sticker.
well-made sticker.
Yeah, but that's scary as a parent. The feedback we get about our kids from their teachers is that they're really hard workers. You want to make my day. You just someone tell me my
Is that
kid's
your
a
love
hard worker.
language?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Work ethic, let's go. And work ethic is a different game with the next generation of the workforce. But they expect to be loved. It's a whole different game, I would say. But Gen A, I think, is a little bit different. But our kids, we really showed them, like we built this business like in Ocoee, in our first store, in our second store. It was a grind. We worked every single day. We sacrificed a lot of time with our kids early on, and we still sacrifice a lot of time with our kids. Like take a conference call and ignoring my kid. Like this is just part of, I think, and I've done this. This is also because I'm crazy and I work really hard, and I have kind of I'm not great at always putting work aside, but I really just want them to be humble.
Yeah.
Because they didn't do it. They're going to get all the benefits of our hard work, and how do you create
But they see
kids?
that hard work.
They do see that hard work, and they are.
Emulate us.
I worry about that a lot, which I shouldn't, because it is what it is. But
I don't think there's worry. So I guess it was probably last year.
Seriously, this has been
Last year.
So
Last
you're worried and you're not?
yeah,
That's what I'm trying
welcome to
hear.
our life.
Shocking.
Yeah.
Last Mother's Day, Lucas came home with this like little sheet of
Oh, is this like, tell me about your family?
thankful.
tell me about your mom, like
I
what,
love
or,
this.
like, what do you
Oh.
love about your mom or whatever.
When
And
the
it's
kids
like,
tell you you're like 65,
like-
you're like, I'm not 65.
what does your mom do really great? Work. What? And this is not a bad thing. It's not bad. What is your mom? What's the best thing your mom cooks? Bagels. What do you? That was like, what do you love most about your mom? And it was like, when she gives me a hug at night. It's all really important stuff.
Sounds
The
fair.
kids see the work, the hard work, and like he knows that he's loved and
Yeah.
safe. And I think those are the things that are important. So
It'll be really interesting to have this conversation in 5 years.
it's going to be fun to have them on the podcast and see what the real answers are.
15-year-old Emily is my
15-year-old
scariest.
Emily is like that's my nightmare. No, I'm just kidding. She's a great kid.
No.
She's sweet.
She's great, but I'm afraid. And you have older kids, so you know,
I'm just
You-
laughing at you.
because you know it's coming.
You know, it's
I have teenagers, so
Yeah.
yeah, think what you want.
This has been awesome. I want to make sure we're keeping track on time because we have a game.
We do have
Do
a
you want to
game.
play a game?
I do. I was actually looking at the time and thinking to myself, it's
It's
a
time for the
game.
game.
You're gonna have to edit this down because we talked a lot. All right,
There's no
game.
edit.
Okay, so I'll set this up as we get organized. We just had to do the JBR Newlywed game. This is great. I really like.
This
you know,
could be
I want to
fun.
minimize chance for success here. 'cause
Okay.
that just makes for good content. So that's really what we're trying to go for here. So I'm going to ask some questions. We're going to write down answers separately. Right? You guys know this game. We're all old people here. And so, and then I guess I'll have you read them out. So once we go. So first question.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, you need more rule clarifications.
There's
Is it one page per answer?
yeah,
or I can-
whatever you want to do. There's
What?
multiple.
You
There's
really have to
multiple.
work on this, Danielle. You know,
I didn't get an SOP. I'm
we
really
talked-
sorry.
We talked about all the growth you've been through, and then you
You
just
gave me a game with no rules. Okay,
total
go on.
regression.
Okay,
Total
sorry.
regression here. Just wing it. Go back to the winging
Under
it.
stress, I go back to the worst part of myself. Okay.
Yes, when
The stress of maybe losing this game is really
you
spiraling
can't
me out of
lose.
control. Okay.
The audience wins.
Okay.
That's the
Excellent.
guarantee. Okay. First question. If Jeff's Bagel Run had to survive on one bagel flavor forever, only one, that's all that's on the menu, which one would your partner fight hardest to keep? So there's a little, I'll keep talking to give you guys a little bit of time. So you're picking the only flavor you'd have left based on what your partner would say. So it's not your favorite flavor, it's what you think they would say. And then actually below that, I want you to put what yours is so we can compare to see if the other person
Well,
got it right.
yeah, that's
I got it. Good. Heard.
We're waiting on Jeff here.
As usual.
okay. I have it.
Okay, so
I think we're going to get this right.
first off, what is Jeff's?
Salt.
Jeff would fight hardest for salt.
Yes.
Really is the only flavor on the menu. Jeff, what
I'm judging.
did you
him.
say for yours? Wow, he said salt.
I know.
That's impressive.
It's all.
Okay, so going the other way, Jeff, would Danielle fight hardest for?
I think Danielle's gonna fight hardest for jalapeno cheddar.
Wow.
Jalapeno cheddar.
All right, come on. That's right.
No
That is-
controversy.
No
Alright.
controversy. I'm
Are you sure? Are you surprised?
I'm not surprised.
Impressed though.
I'm
I heard what he
impressed.
was about to say.
Disappointed.
Throw your paper on the floor.
That's all you
Dramatic,
do.
dramatic flair
This is flair for the podcast.
that nobody can see.
Nobody can see. Okay, question 2. Both ready. Finish this sentence the way your partner would.
Oh God.
Okay? So you're in your partner's
I'm
mind.
Jeff.
You're
Okay.
continuing, you're Jeff, channel your inner Jeff. Jeff's bagel run would not exist today if not for, finish the sentence.
What would he say?
What would I say?
What would he say? Well, how would he finish that sentence? And how would Danielle finish the sentence? I'll read it one more time for the
Okay.
audience. Jeff's bagel run would not exist today if not for.
And now I'll answer it, and she'll show you.
Yeah, I want to know.
So I think that what's the statement again?
All right, so I'll get it. Jeff's bagel run would not exist today if not for, what would Danielle say?
Me.
You're saying
No, you did backwards. I'm
You're-
Danielle.
yes.
Yeah, she's supposed to guess.
Too many negatives in these questions. It's too many inversions.
You think I'm gonna say
Jeff's Bagel Run would not exist if Danielle was making the statement. Jeff's Bagel Run would not exist if it was not for me.
Jeff? Me?
No,
Danielle?
No, Danielle.
Oh, Danielle.
I'm in Danielle's voice.
So just to make it clear,
I'm the whole? He's saying that he's wrong. First of all, I would never say that.
Well,
That's incredibly selfish. And
this is what I was looking for. Excellent. Much better question. Danielle, what would you
I
actually
phrased
say?
it. Maybe the answer that I'm gonna give is the correct answer.
What would you say?
My wife asking me to make a bagel. That's the proper answer. Even though they
That
say the
is the
same
better answer.
thing.
No, you took it a different way. This is a very interpretive question. That's why
Okay,
it's good.
fine.
but
Okay,
she's
well,
right. That's exactly what I would have said. I would have said Jeff's Bagel Run would not have existed
Oh, yeah.
if it was not for Danielle asking me to make a bagel.
Next question. We got 2 more. Have you used more than one sheet?
No.
He's like conserving paper. That's cogs.
Absolutely.
That's cogs there. It's coming out of the ops
There's
budget.
gonna be a fight at home later about how many papers he threw out.
That's what I want
No.
from this.
We leave
I
work
want
at
controversy. Okay. Next question. What does your partner say is the hardest part of running Jeff's Bagel Run? What does your partner say is the hardest part? And we'll constrain this, not franchise, the shop. It's the hardest part of running a shop.
I think we should expand it.
You want to expand it?
Yeah.
All right.
It's like, what's the hardest part?
about running.
So
Just
I have to write down what I think she's going to say. Yes, I'm guessing her answer.
I think again, not appreciated on the podcast, but the thinking faces that I'm getting are excellent. Is deep thought, maybe a little consternation sprinkled in. Lucky parts
answer
discussed.
sassy.
I could tell from your face that it was coming. All right, we'll start with Danielle on this one.
Jeff's gonna say nothing because I have no worries.
Oh,
Fantastic.
that's not what I said.
No, but what would you say? Truly, what do you think is the
What
hard?
is
What do
your
you
answer?
think? Not what I think, because you're writing what I think. I'm writing what you're.
Yeah. So
So what is your actual answer?
my
What do you
actual-
think is? What do you personally think is the hardest part about running Jeff's Bagel Bar? Not what I'm going to say.
I think it's probably the same thing, though, because I know myself. I think it's keeping me in line.
You're the hardest part of running Jeff's. you
Like
think-
for you,
Oh.
You're gonna say the heart. So
I see.
Jeff is saying that Danielle's answer would be the hardest part of Jeff's Bagel Run is Jeff.
because I'm
Not even close.
not even close.
No.
Maybe it's too close to.
You know, you guys got super cocky on the first answer.
Wow.
You know,
We're like-
you're just
We're like, we
riding
got
high.
this.
Well, that's a good one though. But it's not that. I don't
Keeping
think
me
you're
in line
right.
is not
I
me.
mean, like you occasionally make my life a little bit more difficult, like throwing me in Audible for the Super Bowl for Bagel of the Day,
Sure.
like
Well branded though.
Thanks.
8 days before the Super Bowl or whatever.
There's nothing like last minute.
For the record, just in defense, I don't know why I'm jumping in on this. I should just let you
Okay.
go down with this, but it's in Jeff's defense. I remember when the entire Bagel of the Day calendar was well, you only had a week's advance notice. I mean,
This is exactly why.
Okay, actually, I think your answer might be right.
See, that's why I'm
actually, I think you're correct. But no, in the day to day, like it is herding cats to get Jeff to do things. Although I added, I have a favor. Can you add Jeff to my Jira page so that I
I
can
know, I
give
was
him
gonna say
to-do
this.
Would you like
lists?
to wrangle Jeff?
Yes.
She loves so much like that, like assignment of tasks. She's like, "Can I add you to this Jira note about making sure the Bagel Today calendar is updated?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So she puts the note in, and I get the email, and
Oh.
I click it, and it just takes me to the help center.
Sorry. Now we're asking for things. I'm sorry. But
But so everybody can know, this is my life.
yes.
So if you're curious, we're doing something. We're currently engaged in a completely separate activity, and I'm getting feature requests. This is my life.
This is so.
But I do. I think
I'm a podcast host right
yeah,
now.
I'm so
okay?
sorry.
I'm
Okay,
Different
so
hat.
what did you write down?
I just said that you would. Oh wait, what?
What do you think is the hardest?
What do I think is the hardest part? I do not believe it's going to be hard going forward, but I think getting franchisees to just run the plays has been hard so far.
Yep.
I think we're starting to really understand what great operators look like, but for me personally, like getting people to just run the damn play
I think part of
because you will win.
I agree. And I think that our early franchisees are very entrepreneurial and are big risk takers. And so when they're willing to jump in on a brand as young as ours with the financial investment that they're trying to make, they're really not the people who are built and equipped to just come in and say, I'm going to take this system and I'm going to execute the system really
There
well.
were no systems though. They literally joined
They're
when
building
there
it with
was
us.
no.
Yeah.
So we were like changing something all the time.
So I
It's
think
very hard to iterate when you're already doing it a certain way.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of.
Change management's real.
It's really, and we made a ton of changes. I know in Oviedo specifically,
Yeah.
store 3, we waited a while to open up the rest of the stores, and there were things we did there that did not translate to store 4, 5, 6. And I would go back and be like, oh, y'all are on playbook V1 and we're on V4.
Yeah.
And it's very hard for early operators to iterate. So we've learned a lot. I think there's not a SOP that doesn't exist now. They will continue to grow and change. But I mean, there's like an SOP to like how to fill a box of coffee. Like we've gotten real granular at this point.
Pretty gritty.
Yes, it is. I'm like, what can I make a video for? So that there's no questions on how something should be done. So I think that's been tough.
That's an interesting part of growth too, where, as you said, we're sort of earning the right of that trust
100%.
with franchisees.
Yeah.
Which is a kind of a cool journey to just say, okay, we want you to be here, but we acknowledge the fact that we sort of have to earn that. We have to earn the trust of following these things by providing you quality things. And it takes time.
Yeah, I mean,
And it
Justin
takes
used to
figuring out.
say early, like, we have to prove that this works outside of Orlando.
Yeah.
And let's not get ahead of ourselves, which is good. He always keeps it real.
Three-legged stool.
Yeah, three-legged stool, because Jeff will be like, everything's going to be great. And I'm like, everything's going to be terrible. And he's like, everything will actually happen as it's supposed to. So chill out.
It's so accurate.
Nice question.
Yes.
We're going to leave that
All
right there.
right.
That's perfect.
Okay.
I can't improve upon that. All right, final question. And I think this is great. I think we can even close with this, Jeff. This is, remember, it's very complex game rules for your spouse. What will your spouse say? What bagel flavor would your partner secretly kill forever if customers wouldn't riot? So what
What do I
is-
think Jeff's going to say?
What
Hold
do
on.
you think? Which bagel do you think Jeff would kill if he could get away with it? Same for Danielle. Jeff. And then your answer. you
Yeah.
know,
Oh.
So we can compare notes. We good?
So I think,
I looked at his answer.
Danielle, tell me what you would. what
I
would
would
you-
get rid of cacio e pepe.
I wrote Cacio Pepe.
So for the audience,
Yes,
Jeff,
correct.
And I said, I would get rid of Poppy.
Poppy. We got it right.
Wow.
We're not the worst.
So when
So
it
you-
comes to bagels, we know.
Yeah, bagels were good.
Bagels, we're lucky.
All right, Aaron, I'm going to turn it on you. Is this how you thought this would go?
Mm. That's a great question. I would say yes, with the caveat of saying I've done this enough times that my favorite part is not knowing how it's going to go. So it's only gone the way that that I expected because I expected it to just be random. Did I expect to be on a podcast? Absolutely not. When
You're
I
so
was,
good at it.
when I was, thank you. Who knew?
He doesn't know because he doesn't listen.
I don't listen. So
Fair
I'm
enough.
just taking
You're doing a great job.
I need that feedback loop. But when I started my career, if you told me that I would be writing, industry defining technology and bagels, that would have been hard to
Yeah.
wrap my brain around. But that's what's great about startups. That's what's great about building businesses. And my favorite thing, and so what I did expect was to have a ton of fun. That was my only expectation, was to have an absolute blast. And we're one table away. When I came here first with Justin, I met Justin and David here before I was even involved. And Justin was pulling his very smooth early recruiting that he did to all of us. He's like, meet me up at this place. We'll get some bagels. It'd be great. So met him here.
Did you know that this was the business that he was?
So here's the funny
Oh,
story. I have a
okay.
funny story about that. So, I don't know if we talked about it, but Justin and I worked together in the past with Justin's prior business. I had great experience, kind of went our separate ways. And then I've kept in touch, but not like a daily sort of thing, not a grab breakfast sort of thing on a random Monday. And so Justin reaches out. He's like, hey, we should grab breakfast. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that'd be great. It's like, oh, we'll go get bagels from this, like a Coe place. I'm like, okay, neither one of us live in a company. We're going to go to a Coe to get bagels. And so I was telling my wife, and I am not connected to anything. I'm pretty as oblivious as it gets to the world around me. So I was telling my wife, I was like, Justin wants to go have bagels. Kind of interesting. I knew something was up. And then she's like, where? And I said, this place in Coe. She goes, I know what's up. So she had followed, we hadn't tried you guys yet, but she'd been following your whole, because she loves stories like that. So she knew the COVID story. She knew it. She's like, I know what he must be. Something's up. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, no, go. Something's up. You need to go. So I went.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tell your wife, thank you.
I try to do that every day, just as a general practice.
Good job.
But we came here and I met you guys. And,
I have no recollection of this.
vividly remember it.
Isn't that so funny? Like, I think
because I was part of I was probably a cavalcade.
there was a lot. There was several.
100%.
Yeah.
But I remember you specifically, Jeff, came out like fresh, wrapped directly from the oven, come out, get spreads, we're tearing, we're eating bagels. And I'm like, I like my job. Like my existing job.
Yeah.
I was like, it's really a bummer that I have to go tell them that I won't be there anymore. So yeah, that was
Wild.
So when I met all you guys, I was like, it was a slam dunk. I don't know. I feel like I have a feel for people in general.
Yeah.
And everybody here has just been, it's just good vibes people. So we're excited about it. Excited since day one and have not been let down.
Wonderful. Well, in true fashion of real life, our children have just walked in.
That's
So-
And that's a wrap.
I was gonna
And,
say, I think
that was
that's perfect.
Wait, will I be invited back ever again?
Well,
It's a real question.
We'll see what
Let me know.
reaction you get. It's
All right,
organic.
fair
Don't
enough.
make these
How
choices.
many
See
streams,
how
guys?
many streams?
No, this was an amazing experience. Thank you. See you
This
all
was really
soon.
fun.
for
Great
joining.
job, Aaron.
Yeah.
When he said he wanted to interview you, I thought to myself, it's going to have to be you because I'm not going to ask him.
Yeah, you can't ask me anything.
That's weird.
I'll be annoyed.
All right.
Thanks, Danielle.
Bye.
Thanks, Danielle. All right.
Oh my God, I'm sweating.
Yo, fresh out the oven, ready to run. What's hot this week? It just Bagel Run. Jeff and Aaron bring the fun. It's the weekly run, let's get it. The weekly run from Jeff Bagel Run.